recap again today because we haven't had all the people in some time.
Yeah, it looks like Prabhuji, the COVID has gone. So, people are trying to come when they can. So
Yeah,
I think we should keep progressing.
yeah. So we will recap quickly on chapter 2 end because we touched 2.62 last time.
Hmm.
So this time we will do 2.63. I'll share my screen. Please repeat after me. क्रोधात् भवति सम्मोहः
Godat bhavati sammoha,
सम्मोहात् स्मृतिविभ्रमः
sammoha
सम्मोहात्
smriti vibhramaha,
स्मृतिविभ्रम
स्मृतिभ्रमशः बुद्धिनाशो
smriti
स्मृतिभ्रमशः
brahmasado vinasho,
बुद्धिनाशो
बुद्धिनाशात् प्रणश्यति.
buddhinashat
बुद्धिनाशात्
pranashyati.
प्रणश्यते.
So last time we had discussed how you get anger. Now this is very difficult to actually get control of, basically. Anger is very difficult to be controlled. Although you may not show it, but you may be angry. And when you are not able to control it internally, you just freak out. You do that, people will be sometimes shocked to see that reaction. They say, we haven't seen you like that. I didn't know that you can be, this is the side of thing of yours. I didn't know that. All those kind of comments you get. But that's with everyone. Everyone gets angry. It's not just we have a problem or something. Everyone gets angry. And we saw what is the cause, the main reason for getting angry. What was that we discussed last time? Anger?
Comes to the last.
Desire, yes. The desire to enjoy is where but if there is a desire to serve, then the anger starts diminishing. Now, there are two ways you can look at it. One, that is when you are serving, you're serving your own senses also. So that is enjoyment. What are you serving is what the main important part is here. What exactly are you wanting to serve? That is the that is the crux of it. Whether you will be angry or not. So if you, now it is said, that you have practiced that, if you can make the supreme happy, supreme enjoy, then the chances of being angry are not there. So when we serve the supreme, when we serve, say, Lord Krishna, we offer bhoga, we do some kirtan, we talk about him or do this. So this is where we are trying to do what he is recommending, which will make him give him joy. But we don't know that we also enjoy that actually more than anything else. So when we realize that we actually enjoy when we serve the Lord, we actually enjoy when we give joy to Lord Krishna, when we actually enjoy when we serve Radharani's feet, we actually feel the enjoyment more than anything else, then we are able to tackle our anger. Until then, it will be off and on. Sometimes you may feel okay, sometimes you may get angry, especially being in Krishna consciousness. I'm not saying that we're not doing anything at all. Say, for example, you had a very good morning, early morning, you woke up, took a nice shower, and then you chanted the names of the Lord. You started the day after that. You had ups and downs during the day. You came back in the evening, but you tried to relax again by doing, listening to some kirtan or thinking about the Lord itself. Of course, you're doing other activities also, to relax yourself, but not falling into the category of 4 regulative principles and breaking them. Able to manage yourself, keep your purity alive, and able to think about Krishna and serve. Over a period of time, you'll realize that you are actually tackling your anger very well. Anger cannot be controlled completely because you may get angry over a period of time. But what is the response of you being angry? That starts diminishing. How do you respond with your anger being inside you? That starts diminishing. You may be angry, but you may not react at that point. That's the first step to understand that my practice is working. Whatever spiritual practice I'm doing is working. That is the actual application of checking yourself, application of Krishna consciousness. But if we serve only our own selves and only our own loved ones, then the anger brings in quick reactions. That is understood by everyone who has tried this process. Is it making sense what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So Krodha is, and who gets angry? What component gets angry?
Your body.
Is it
So
the
it's
body?
mind basically.
Mind gets angry?
Yeah.
Okay. What do you think, Sushma ji?
Uh, I think mind
Okay.
could be a heart as well.
Okay. So what actually gets angry, there is a component called ego.
Hmm.
It is actually called false ego. So there are 2 types of ego. There is false ego and there is real ego. False ego is that I am the doer. मैं ही करता हूँ सब कुछ. मैंने ही सब किया है अपनी लाइफ में. I have built everything and I am actually the doer. It's the false ego. If someone touches that, that brings in anger.
Hmm.
The position of ego is very close to the mind. That's why we feel that it's the mind which gets angry. So ego is also a part of your subtle body. So subtle body, that is Sukshma Sharira, it consists of 3 components. Have we discussed this before?
Long time will first.
Okay. So what are the 3 components of subtle body, if you remember, by any chance?
Mind, ego, and intelligence.
Very nice. So these three components make your subtle body, apart from your normal gross body, which we see in the mirror. So there is this subtle body. Now, science will focus mainly on mind, because that's the understanding of this, the science which we study, material science which we study. They mainly have only reached up till mind. And that too, it is not concluded anything. They're still researching a lot of things. There are lots of diseases with mental health. And if I'm not mistaken, these mental health issues have shot up in the last 30 to 40 years. I didn't hear about mental health issues when I was in the 80s or 90s. Didn't hear much about men. There were mental health issues, but very less. Correct me if I'm wrong. I didn't know what is OCD. अभी मेरे को पता पड़ता. I didn't know what is bipolar. I know now. These were existing, but they were not prominent or popular among common people. Only a handful knew what are these. Now everybody knows. Yeah, OCD सबको पता है क्या है. But these are the names of diseases, but it may not be a disease. That may be a characteristic of person also, but yeah, doing too much of that, that is what they call disease. So what is basically mental health issue? When someone is actually abusing that quality of that his or what he has and going negative. Now, what is basically making someone from that a normal person to a mental health issues to a criminal? What is that which actually progresses, as we call it, from a normal person to a mental health issues person to a criminal? Different stages, right? Basically, a criminal is not settled his mind, correct? Correct me if I'm wrong. Yes.
Yeah.
Generally, the criminal doesn't have a mind like us,
Hmm.
a non-criminal. It's a different mindset. What is that? If you understand that, what is that?
Not sure.
No. Okay, just think about Mahabharata. Think about the difference between Arjun and Duryodhan, or Yudhishthir and Duryodhan. Do you think Duryodhan was a criminal?
I think he was behaved based on like how we have discussed just now, or ego or something, grina, desh.
So do you think he was a criminal or not?
I don't think so. He's a criminal
Okay. What
because
do you
he's
think?
not a psycho or something like that.
Psycho is a mental health issue. Criminal is different.
He did what he think himself is right.
No. That is one thing. Agreed. Everybody thinks what he is doing is right. Generally, generally we think what we are doing is right. But what makes someone a criminal is the question. So do you think
He
Duryodhana was a
was he
criminal?
was he was planning to kill them. He was, he was making all the plans. So that is the criminal mind.
Okay.
And
Yes.
and that
So
that and planning to kill in a war is different, but he was planning to kill by, building a home for them, inviting them, like dhokadari
Like,
basically.
and all. Yeah.
so do you think he was a criminal?
Yeah.
What do you think, Sushma ji? Was he a criminal?
Yeah, in that way, yes, he is.
Yeah. Okay. So what is a criminal? Who is a criminal?
But Prabhuji, I have one question. Like nowadays, in this
Yeah, but
21st
yeah,
century,
before that question, let's find out what is a criminal, because there are different opinions, right?
yeah.
Whether Duryodhan was a criminal or not, this is the question. You
Mhm.
think it is not.
Mhm.
Kalpesh thinks it is. So there is difference, right? Why do you think he was not a criminal? You said that because he was doing what he wanted to do, or because of his
Yeah, because
ego.
he desired to get the kingdom. He wants to kill
So being
Pandavas.
so is this so you think that desiring is not being criminal? This is normal, correct?
Desire is desire. See, criminal, if you compare nowadays, criminal is like, we are killing people and snatching money and robbing them.
But he tried to kill people. He tried to poison Bhim in the childhood itself by himself. Nobody told him to do that. He did it by himself. He in fact gave him a poison and threw him in the river.
Yeah.
So do you think he's a criminal?
Yes.
Okay. Kalpesh, what do you think? He's a
Yeah,
criminal?
yeah, definitely.
So what makes someone a criminal? So everybody has desires, and that is not wrong. Everybody wants to make money. Yes. And that's not wrong. But up to what extent can you go to fulfill your desires makes you a criminal or not. Does it make sense? Kya bol raha hu main?
So you're deciding the level of criminalism.
Exactly. It's not the level of being criminal or not. It's the everyone is on that spectrum.
Mhm.
Nobody is like, what do you call a criminal or a non-criminal. No, everybody resides on a spectrum. You're on a spectrum. Now that spectrum defines your mentality. Up to what extent? So everybody has desires, and that's normal. That's being human. But to fulfill those desires, what can you do? Say, for example, you want $10 million. Okay. And say you get an opportunity to get $10 million, but for that you have to kill a person. So getting $10 million is not bad, but killing a person and getting $10 million, that will make you a criminal, correct?
Mm.
Mm.
So up to what extent can you go? So you are on an extreme spectrum state. That makes you a demon. So it's not about being criminal or not, it's a demoniac mentality. Criminal mentality. So nobody is like right or wrong or good or bad or something like this. It's the mentality, a spectrum you are on. How much do you go to the level of satisfying your desire? Does it make sense?
Mm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So we'll discuss this in detail when we reach chapter 16. It's called, what is the name of the chapter? Devi Asuri Sampat Vibhag Yoga. So it is called the divine and the demoniac mentality or the propensity.
Mm.
We'll discuss that in detail. So coming back to what we were discussing, 2.63. Krodha is actually sourced from the desire. Some people like it because they consider that to be a quality and that makes them a criminal.
Wow.
Okay. So what do you think about your anger? Makes you a demon or a devata or a good-willed person. Do you think it's an asset or do you think it's a vikar? It's an anartha. Some people like to manage by using their anger. They think that if they get angry and shout louder, situations can be controlled. But is it possible?
Not always.
So if you think that is an asset, it's a quality, then you are not on the right track. Then you may not be able to handle your anger. Okay. So when you say krodhat bhavati sammoha, what happens with anger? This is the verse which explains that the source of anger is desire. How much passionate are you to fulfill that desire will bring more anger. Okay, so the desire. And if you think that is a quality, it will make you a demon. It's a mentality. So people discuss about it, that in these Treta Yuga and Dwapar Yuga, we were Rakshasas, Asuras, all these, So were they like really with big teeth? They're shown in the pictures, like long teeth and very dangerous face, big mustaches. Yeah, some people may have that kind of a face, but they may not be demons. Some people may be really tall and ferocious looking, but it doesn't mean they are rakshasas. No, it's the mentality. Someone who considers that these are my assets, lust, anger, these are my assets, And the more I have them, the more it's better for me. That makes the person a demon. So krodhat bhavati sammoha. What actually that brings in the krodha? If you think that is a quality or you keep it as an asset, it will bring in sammoha, illusion. You're not real. And it is explained very clearly in this verse that it is not a good thing to think it is an asset, because krodha will definitely brings in negative effects, a lot of negative effects. And the first effect is it brings in illusion, perfect illusion, sammoha. And from illusion, what happens after you are in that mode? Smriti, vibhramaha. Your memory is bewildered. Vibhramaha. The word bhramit, you get bhramit, means your memory is shaken. Vibhramaha. Brahm mein. Smriti Brahmasha Buddhinasho, and that brings in the loss of intelligence. You lose your buddhi. Even the slightest of anger will touch your intelligence. And what is intelligence used for? What is the primary usage of intelligence? Buddhi. We have discussed this, right? बुद्धि का काम क्या है?
To think or to sense.
Sorry?
To think or to sense.
Thinking is done in the mind. Thoughts are in the mind, correct? What does
Decisions.
intelligence? Correct. Right or wrong, इंटेलिजेंस बताता है. अब वो किसका right, कौन सा wrong, that is affected by krodha. You cannot decide right or wrong if you are in krodha. Loss of intelligence. So you won't be able to understand what is right and wrong, and incorrect decisions will be made. So this is an understanding for us, that when we are in anger, try to avoid making any decisions. And we know when we are in anger, right? Others can't tell us you are angry or not. It's not what looks at all. Something inside. Correct. Buddhinashat pranashyati. And from loss of intelligence, what happens? Pranashyati. One falls down. It doesn't mean you fall down from a first floor or second floor. What is the meaning of pranashyati here? Falling down? What does falling down mean?
Start making into wrong decisions, getting into material life.
Yeah, the second part. Getting more into Maya. That is breaking the regulative principles. Losing your purity. That is falling down. So you see the drastic effect of bad thoughts from 62 to 63. Dhyayato Vishayam Pumsa, first in 262. Sangam Teshu Pachayate. One starts, if you start thinking about enjoyment, material enjoyment constantly, subjects which give you more and more enjoyment, Sangam Teshu Pachayate. You start getting attached to them. Sangam Sanjayate Kamaha. When you get attached to them, you develop desire. Sangat Sanjayate Kama. Kama Krodha Vijayate. Fourth is krodha. So contemplating on material enjoyment brings in attachment or asakti towards that. Sangam te bujayate. Sangam sanjayate kamaha. Then the lust develops, desire develops to enjoy, and that lust brings in anger. Then krodha bhavati sammoha. That is the fifth one, which is your illusion. And then sixth, sammohat smriti bewilders your memory. Smriti bhramashah buddhinasho. And because of that bewilderment of memory, you develop loss of intelligence. And after these 8 aspects, the ninth one is you fall down to breaking your regulative principles, losing your purity. That's when the problem starts. You're back in that square one. So how do we not even get into this whole सांप सीढ़ी? देखा है सांप सीढ़ी? ये वो बड़ा वाला सांप है, ऊपर से नीचे गिराने वाला. तो सांप के अंदर घुसना ही नहीं है, उसके लिए यू हैव टू बी वेरी केयरफुल. यू हैव टू कैच योर थॉट्स. And when do you catch your thoughts? When you are not doing anything else. That's the time to catch your thoughts. It's good to keep yourself engaged, yes, but there will be times when you'll be thinking. And that has to be checked. Very, very nice verses. Very deep, actually. If you understand that, you will be able to identify a lot of components within you in the subtle body. Thoughts, उसको relate कर पाओगे mind के साथ. Mind का motivation समझ में आएगी, क्या अच्छा लग रहा है. Is this what I really like? Is this going to give me satisfaction? For how long? Am I developing too much attachment for this one? What this will bring me? Then you start picking up things properly. So intelligence is finding out what is right and wrong for you, for your purity, and that is the basic force. Why purity is important? What does actually purity do? When we achieve this purity with good thoughts and cleansing our mind with mantra and service, we receive purity. What does purity do? It takes away 3 things. It controls 3 things, major 3 things. Shok, moha, bhaya. And these are the 3 things we live every day with, every moment with. You know what is shoka?
Repenting on past.
Exactly. Lamentation. ये क्यों किया मैंने? इधर पैसा लगाया होता, इधर ये किया होता, इसके साथ शादी नहीं की होती, इसके साथ ये नहीं किया होता, ये किया होता तो बेटर होता. This is lamentation. We spend a lot of time in that. Moha?
Greed.
No. Moha is attachment. आसक्ति. आसक्ति कैसी है पता है? आसक्ति ऐसी है तो ये गलत भी है तो अच्छा लग रहा है. You know, attachment. It can be a person, it can be an event, it can be a thing. कुछ भी हो सकता है. वो गलत हो रहा है लेकिन ठीक है यार, अटैचमेंट. पता है गलत है फिर भी कर रहा हूं, अटैचमेंट. ये बहुत करते हैं हम लोग. ये पता होता है गलत कर रहा हूं. अमेजिंग ना.
हाँ.
उसको आसक्ति बोलते हैं इस चीज को. ये टर्म्स ना, जब मैं शुरू किया था ना कृष्ण कॉन्शियसनेस, सब आते थे ना, मेरे को समझ में नहीं आया क्या है. लेकिन जब वो उसकी अनुभूति होती है ना, रियलाइजेशन होता है ना उसका, वो मजा आता है. अच्छा ये वो है. You'll catch yourself at that time, you know. ये क्यों कर रहा हूँ, ये मेरे को अच्छा भी नहीं लगा फिर भी कर रहा हूँ, मैं ये क्यों कर रहा हूँ? ये मेरी आसक्ति है, मोह है इसमें मेरा। कई लोगों को बच्चे बच्चे गलत भी करते हैं। धृतराष्ट्र का मोह था दुर्योधन में, वो पूरा जिंदगी गलत काम करता था फिर भी वो उसको सपोर्ट करता था। क्यों? धृतराष्ट्र गलत नहीं था, लेकिन वो मोह में था। वो गलत है। वो जानना बहुत जरूरी। आइडेंटिफाइंग आवर इश्यूज इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट। ओनली देन यू कैन वर्क टुवर्ड्स दैट। ओनली यू कैन प्रे टू राधा रानी, ये मेरा प्रॉब्लम है। हम लोग प्रॉब्लम बता ही नहीं सकते जब पता नहीं है हमें। ऐसा नहीं कि कृष्ण को पता नहीं है हमारा प्रॉब्लम, पता है, लेकिन हमें भी पता होना चाहिए ना, ताकि प्रेयर तो सही निकले। अभी मोह है मेरा, अभी धृतराष्ट्र का मोह है दुर्योधन में, तो उसको दुनिया भर का पैसा मिल जाएगा फिर भी वो गलत ही काम करेगा, क्योंकि वो मोह में है। उसका प्रॉब्लम किंगडम नहीं है, नहीं मिला किंगडम, वो प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, उसका प्रॉब्लम मोह है। व्हेन दुर्योधन वाज बोर्न, वो पूरा आकाश काला हो गया था, सारे चमगादड़ घूम रहे थे ऊपर, और सारे साधु सारे ऋषियों ने कहा कि इसको मार दे इधर ही, इसको जीने मत देना, ये सब नाश कर देगा, सब कुछ नाश कर देगा तेरा, तुझे भी नाश कर देगा, तेरे सारे जो आने वाली तेरी पूरे बच्चे हैं, तेरी पूरी जो तेरी लाइनेज है ना, सब खत्म हो जाएगी, परंपराएं खत्म हो जाएगी तेरी, इसकी वजह से। हाँ, धृतराष्ट्र की हुई नहीं, सारे कब खत्म उसके बाद? धृतराष्ट्र didn't have any lineage after that. Everyone was gone. Everyone died. Only Pandavas were left. अगर तेरा पूरा लाइनेज खत्म हो जाएगा एक इसकी वजह से, 100 पुत्र तेरे सब चले जाएंगे, इसको जीने मत दे। लेकिन नहीं, कुछ नहीं किया उसने।
पेरेंट्स है, कैसे करेंगे मोह में?
पॉइंट वो नहीं है,
हम्म,
पॉइंट वो नहीं है, पॉइंट पेरेंट्स का नहीं है। पेरेंट्स बाकी 99 के लिए नहीं है।
फिर ऐसा क्या हुआ था तो?
Exactly. That is where the intelligence comes in, right? As a king, you have to think also, not just as a father. अभी अगर हमारे प्राइम मिनिस्टर कोई है, अगर उनका बेटा is a demon, what should the prime minister do? प्रजा को मरने दे या अपने बेटे को सजा दे? You tell me. Does it make
फिर से
sense?
पूछिए, व्हाट इज योर क्वेश्चन?
So if there is a prime minister whose son is a demon,
हम्म,
should he punish his son or let his praja or subjects die? His country go to hell? What is
if
his
he is
responsibility?
nice,
No, no,
nice
it's not about
minister, फिर
nice. It is not about nice. It is about dharma. It is about doing the responsibility.
responsibility
Correct?
means he will kill his son.
No, that's not the question. The question is, what is his responsibility as a prime minister or a king? What is his dharma?
To save people.
That's it. Correct?
Yeah. I mean, thinking good for the people, praja.
Correct. So for that, whatever is required has to be done.
Hmm.
That is why we talk about Ram Rajya, right?
Hmm.
Rama didn't hesitate to leave his wife just to create that, because a doubt was created among the praja. So that kind of king, रामराज्य क्यों बोलते हैं हम लोग, चाहिए हमें।
जो निस्वार्थ भाव
वो
से
राजा को धर्म आता है निभाना, उसको पता है कि उसका धर्म क्या है। And what is the problem in today's times? That we don't know what is our dharma. हमें पता नहीं कि हमें क्या करना है, ये प्रॉब्लम है। We do everything, सब कवर करने की कोशिश करते हैं हम लोग, but what is our dharma? We don't know. If Kshatriyas did the right dharma, Brahmanas do the right dharma, Vaishyas do their dharma, and Shudras do their dharma, there won't be any problem. That is Ramarajya. Correct? Problem is that nobody knows what is dharma. And that is why Bhagavad Gita is written. What is Bhagavad Gita? The first question or the first problem of Arjun. What is that? Anyone remembers? Yes, main aspect. How it all started. Yes, Sushma ji.
When he,
Yes, okay, Kalpesh. Yeah.
like when he saw his grandparents, his own,
Yes. First statement by Arjun. What he did not understand.
what should he do? Whether to fight or whether not to
Yes.
fight.
His
Correct.
duty.
Yes. What is his duty? What is his dharma? He didn't know. This is why we are reading Bhagavad Gita. That is why Arjun was listening to Bhagavad Gita. What verse is that? 2 point?
6 or 7, I think.
Very nice. Perfect. It is 2.7. Do you want to open that in your own computers, both of you? Arjuna Uvacha. Does it start with Karpanya Dosho?
Yeah, Karpanya Doshopat Swabhava Prashami Tvam
Pachami
Dharma
Tvam Dharma
Samudra
Sammudha
Chetana
Cheta. Yacha
Yash
Shreyasyam Nishchitam Bruhitan Me Shishyastiham Shadimam Tvam Prapannam. Karpanya Dosho Pada Swabhava. प्रच्छामि त्वाम धर्म सम्मूढ़ चिता. धर्म क्या है मुझे पता नहीं मेरा. मैं मूर्ख हूं, मुझे धर्म नहीं पता मेरा. That is the problem. We also think, right? अरे यार अपने बेटे को कैसे मारेगा. आता है ना दिमाग, सुषमा जी दिमाग में
हाँ.
कैसे मारेगा अपने बेटे को. लेकिन वो धर्म है. और अगर धर्म नहीं किया हमने तो प्रॉब्लम्स होती हैं. धर्म निभाने के लिए you have to go to any extent it is as per dharma. That is why people start questioning Bhagavad Gita. अरे यार ये कृष्ण कैसा है, इसने तो उसको कर्ण को मरवा दिया, उसको बोला अर्जुन को कि मार दे इसको, इसने बहुत छल किए, वो भीम को बोला ऐसे ऐसे मार दे, दुर्योधन को गलत किया इसने. करेक्ट. इसे बातें सुनाई देती है ना हमको. लेकिन क्यों वो सही है? क्योंकि वो धर्म है. वो सारे प्रसंग जो कृष्ण ने एक्चुअली अप्लाई किए हैं सारे, the reason why they are correct because they are in the boundary of dharma. Okay. All right. So this is 2.63. 2.64. We'll touch this as well today. Please repeat after me. Raga dvesha vimuktestu
Ragadveshasya Mukteshtu
vishayan indriyescharan
Vishayan Indriyescharan
atma vaishyera vidhyatma
Atmavishya Videyatma
prasadam adhigacchati.
Prasadam Adhigacchati.
But a person free from all attachment, सबसे बड़ा चीज, राग द्वेष. ये देखो, मराठी मध्ये काय राग आला, राग को एंगर बोलते हैं ना, लेकिन मराठी में राग मतलब अटैचमेंट, सॉरी संस्कृत में राग इज अटैचमेंट, द्वेष इज डिटैचमेंट. राग द्वेष, free from, vimukte, one who has been free from the sense objects. Yeah, on all attachment and aversion, and able to control his senses through regulative principles. Now, what are these regulative principles, which we have discussed already? They help you to detach yourself. So if you want to follow the dharma के ये चार पैर हैं. No meat eating, no illicit sex, no gambling, no alcohol. ये चार धर्म के पैर हैं. अगर धर्म को समझना है तो सबसे पहले ये रेगुलेटिव प्रिंसिपल्स फॉलो करने पड़ते हैं. Only then you will be able to understand dharma, your own dharma. How will you receive it? Because once you are able to follow the regulative principles, you can obtain the mercy of the Lord. उसके बाद प्रसाद मिलता है थोड़ा. What is prasad? Prasad is the kripa, Hari kripa. What do we pray for? The Lord, कृपा करो प्रभु मेरे ऊपर. बोलते हैं ना, have mercy upon me. प्रॉब्लम हो रहा है, have mercy upon. तो वो खाली प्रेयर काफी नहीं है. उसके लिए एक चीज और करनी पड़ेगी. अगर कृपा चाहिए तो भगवान की, धर्म समझना पड़ेगा, और उसके लिए रेगुलेटिव प्रिंसिपल्स है. विधेय आत्मा, विधेय आत्मा, विधेय, विधि से आता है विधेय. विधेय आत्मा मतलब वन हु फॉलोज रेगुलेटेड फ्रीडम. तो बहुत मस्त वर्ड है ये, रेगुलेटेड फ्रीडम. ऐसा नहीं कि सब कुछ रोबोट की तरह काम करना है, लेकिन रेगुलेशंस में काम करना है. And that is no one can actually get you. It's only you who can do it. It's called the regulative principles of freedom. Though they are regulative principles, but they actually make you free because you are in the dharma. You are following the dharma. What it makes you free from? Makes you free from all the vikar, attachment, detachment, क्रोध जो उससे उत्पन्न होता है. इन सब से फ्री रहते हो आप. रेगुलेटिव प्रिंसिपल फॉलो करना डिफिकल्ट हो जाता है किसी के लिए, नो डाउट. लेकिन जो प्रॉब्लम्स है, विकार हमारे, उनसे अगर फ्रीडम चाहिए, क्रोध से फ्रीडम चाहिए, तो वही एक तरीका है. देयर इज नो अदर वे. डज मेक सेंस? But if you fall from the regulative principles, you fall back into the krodha, bhaya and shoka. इसको अग्नि बोलते हैं अंदर की. बहुत खतरनाक अग्नि है ये हमारे अंदर, शोक, मोह और भय की. There is a very nice verse. These three I'll share with you. I think it is 2.7.7 or 1.7.7. I'm not mistaken. No, 2.7.7. Let me try. No, I'll have to search on that verse. Yasyaham shruyamanayam. Shruyamanayam. I'll have to type the full verse. Manayam. Krishne Paramapurushe. 1.7.7. Didn't I do that? I did that. Anyways. Yasyam Vaishruyamanayam Krishne Paramapurushe. Do you want to repeat after me? It's a very nice verse. This is from Srimad Bhagavatam. Yasyam
Yashyam Vai
Vaishruyamanayam
Shunamanayam
Pranayam
Krishne Paramapurushe.
Krishne
Krishne
Paramapurushe.
Paramapurushe
This is a tongue twister. Bhaktir Utpadhyate Pumsah.
Bhaktir Utpatte
Bhaktirupate
Pumsaha.
You want to try this again?
Yeah. Bhaktirup
मस्त है ये, tongue twister है एकदम. It's Bhaktir.
Bhaktirupadhate
तो
Punah
अलग अलग पढ़ते हैं इसको भी. इंग्लिश का सहारा लेना पड़ेगा अपने को, है ना? तो उसका लेते हैं अपन. भक्तिर.
Bhaktir
एक वर्ड.
Utpadhyate
उत्पद्यते.
Utpadhyate
पुंसः.
Pumsaha.
अभी सब साथ में बोलेंगे. भक्तिर उत्पद्यते पुंसः.
Pumsaha.
शोक मोह भय अपहा.
Shok Moha
Moha Bhaya
Bhayapaha.
Simply by giving oral reception, सिर्फ श्रवण मात्र से, सुनने से, of this Vedic literature which we are reading, the feeling for loving devotional service to Lord Krishna, the supreme personality of Godhead, sprouts up, जाग जाती है भक्ति, at once to extinguish the fire, जो fire जल रही है हमारे अंदर, lamentation, शोक, illusion, मोह और fearfulness, भय की. ये सब जल जाता है अंदर से, सिर्फ भगवान का नाम और उसकी वाणी सुनने से. That's what we are doing at the moment. It is that simple. भगवान का नाम सिर्फ स्मरण करने से, उसका नाम जपने से, उसका नाम सुनने से शोक मोह भय धीरे धीरे जलता जाता है. How good is that? इससे इजी और क्या होगा प्रोसेस? हम लोग सब ट्राई करते हैं चीजें, लेकिन कुछ काम नहीं करता क्योंकि तरीका यही है. Clear cut process. Okay, so that is 2.64. Let's read the purport. अच्छा लग रहा है इसका purport. It is already explained that one may externally control the senses by artificial process, but unless the senses are engaged in the service of the Lord, even chanting is a service, there is every chance of a fall. Although the person in full Krishna consciousness may apparently be on a sensual plane because of being Krishna conscious, he has no attachment to sensual activities. The Krishna conscious person is concerned only with satisfaction of Krishna and nothing else. Therefore, he is transcendental to all attachment and detachment. If Krishna wants, the devotee can do anything which is ordinary undesirable. And if Krishna does not want, he shall not do what which he would not have ordinarily done for his own satisfaction. Therefore, to act or not to act is within his control because he acts under the direction of Krishna. This consciousness is causeless mercy of the Lord, which devotee can achieve in spite of being attached to the sensual platform. Is this making sense?
Not really, actually. Especially those three
Ah,
lines.
इसका एक बड़ा सुंदर स्टेटमेंट है हिंदी में जो तुमको समझा देगा ये पूरा. It's a very nice statement given by someone. जब मैं करता वो हूं जो मैं चाहता हूं, लेकिन होता वही है जो भगवान चाहता है. अगर मैं करूं वो जो भगवान चाहता है, तो होगा वही जो मैं चाहता हूं. हरि बोल. कुछ
Yes.
समझ में आया?
Hmm.
इसका मतलब ये है, see, राम का नाम जपोगे, सिंपल सिंपल, लेकिन अगर कृष्ण को समझना है तो टेढ़ा होना पड़ेगा थोड़ा. वो खड़ा भी टेढ़ा होता है और समझाता भी टेढ़ी तरीके से है. सो धर्म, in simple terms, why we read Bhagavad Gita is what is actually said by Lord Sri Krishna is actually dharma. As simple as that.
Hmm.
करो वही जो वो चाहते हैं, होगा वही जो तुम चाहते हो. So if we follow the directions of what Krishna has suggesting, सब सही होगा, कोई प्रॉब्लम ही नहीं है. अर्जुन आंखें बंद करके वहां तीर मारता था जहां कृष्ण बोलता था उसको. He didn't ask a question. उसको मार दे, मार दे, उसको ये कर, मार दिया. He did everything what Krishna said. And देखो उसका, there's no problem for Arjun then. सब मिला उसको जो उसको चाहिए था. राजपाट, बीवी, सब, everything was there with him. He got everything. So we have to understand this. You know, that is why bhakti starts with first thing is श्रद्धा. बहुत शक्ति है श्रद्धा में. वो धीरे धीरे वो श्रद्धा बन के निष्ठा बन जाती. You know what is the difference? श्रद्धा और निष्ठा में. खाली लड़कियों के नाम नहीं है ये, संस्कृत में मतलब है इनके. हाँ जी, बोलिए.
Shraddha is like how much you are towards
How much what?
towards of anything. Like for example, God. So how much you show your what we say.
इंग्लिश में एक वर्ड में क्या बोलेंगे उसको? श्रद्धा.
Hmm. No, I'm
फेथ.
not getting it.
श्रद्धा है मेरी उसमें फेथ.
Huh?
करेक्ट.
Faith, you can say. Yeah.
व्हाट इज निष्ठा? इट इज
Yes.
staunch faith.
Blind faith.
अटूट. अब इसमें फर्क ये है जो समझाया गया है शास्त्रों में कि श्रद्धा है केले का पेड़. केले का पेड़ देखा है?
Hmm.
हवा की पूरा झूल जाता है वो. तो अगर तुम्हारी श्रद्धा है भगवान में, भगवान कृष्ण में, तो ये कोई आके बोलेगा अरे उसने ऐसे ऐसे उल्टा सीधा किया, आप थोड़ा थोड़ा झूलने लग जाओगे. शायद ये सही बोल रहा है, शायद वो सही नहीं है पूरी तरह से. ये श्रद्धा है, थोड़ी थोड़ी भी आ रही है. वापस से भगवत गीता पढ़ना शुरू, फिर से उसमें अरे नहीं 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 नहीं, दिस इज राइट. फिर से बाहर गए थोड़ा, फिर किसी ने कुछ बोला तो फिर झूल गए केले की पेड़ की तरह. हाँ यार, थोड़ी सी हवा आती है झूला के चली जाती है. कई बार तो हमारे खुद के रिश्तेदारी हवा बन के आते हैं, झूला के चले जाते हैं. अरे यार क्या कर रहा है तू, खुद भी सोचते फिर मैं यार सही कर रहा हूँ क्या, ये भगवत गीता के ऊपर ये इतना इतना ध्यान ज्यादा टाइम देना चाहिए क्या, इतना चैंटिंग करना चाहिए क्या, नॉट श्योर। लेकिन जब हम लोग प्रोग्रेस करते हैं इसमें, श्रद्धा के बाद आता है भजन क्रिया, दैट इज चैंटिंग द नेम्स ऑफ द लॉर्ड। उसके बाद आता है साधु संग, और जब साधुओं का संग मिलता है उसके बाद होती है अनर्थ निवृत्ति। ये लस्ट, एंगर, ग्रीड, ये सब ना कंट्रोल में आती है। इसका सबसे लंबा प्रोसेस है। और उसके बाद जो स्टेज आती है वो है निष्ठा। और निष्ठा जो है वो शास्त्रों में बताया गया है कि वो है बरगद का पेड़। बरगद का पेड़ पता है?
बनियन
उस
ट्री।
उसको अगर कोई हवा देता है ना तो हिलता नहीं है। वो दूसरों को एक्सप्लेन करता है कि मेरी निष्ठा क्यों है इसमें। और आपके बोलने से ये हिलेगी नहीं, अनफॉर्चुनेटली। बोलता नहीं है, वो दिख जाता है, क्योंकि वो निष्ठा में है। तो जब हम निष्ठा में होते हैं ना, तब रेसिप्रोकेशन आना शुरू होता है कृष्ण का। तो उसके प्रोसेस है। तो शुरू करना है श्रद्धा से, ठीक है? ओके, आज यहीं पे स्टॉप करते हैं। इट इज
Very nice class.
2.64.
Yeah, even I was about to say that.
सॉरी, व्हाट
शॉर्ट है
क्वेश्चन?
लेकिन बहुत इंफॉर्मेशन है।
Very nice class. Superb.
Any comments or question, please contemplate on this and read these verses. Purports भी पढ़ो इसके। Try to take out some time in reading Bhagavad Gita. You will have very good realizations. And please keep chanting the Mahamantra. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
कृष्ण।